Well, good morning, Transplant community. Here I am, day 2, post TAVR procedure, aka transcatheter aortic valve replacement. I'm doing extremely well. As a matter of fact, the procedure went so smoothly yesterday, the doctors were actually shocked at how good things went. They were expecting some bumps in the road, some problems, but it just definitely didn't happen. And so they're very, very impressed with the progress that's been made already, even though we're not even 24 hours post the procedure right now. Now, as a matter of fact, they saw immediately there in the surgical room, once they did some measurements before and after the procedure, that I had a great increase as far as my gradient numbers, which just basically measure how well the valve functions and how much the valve how good it works, I guess. They also saw a great improvement as far as the size or the diameter when the valve was placed. It really made a big change. So they expect things to go really well. They also told me after the procedure on yesterday that it's most likely the case, they know it's the case here at UAB, but it's most likely the case that I was the very first heart transplant recipient to also have the TAVR procedure. So they're kind of going into new territory, going into new ground. And I was that tester, the dummy case or whatever you want to call it, which I was glad to be. But they're really going to get a lot out of this. And they also assume, they're checking into this as well, that I may be the youngest patient to have the TAVR procedure as well. And they're going to check that up against, other hospitals and centers and see what they've done. But from what they can tell right now, I definitely may be the very first transplant recipient to have such, and maybe one of the youngest too. So they're really excited about that. They're really proud about that. It was kind of comical yesterday to see the doctors come in after, because they were all patting each other on the back, kind of giving each other an attaboy, that kind of thing. When they did the procedure yesterday, as opposed to 3-4 doctors being in the room, there were actually 14. So 14 different doctors and nurses and anesthesiologists, everybody was in the room for my safety, as well as they were all just curious. Again, this is charting new territory. It could definitely bring some advancement in the TAVR procedure as far as what they're willing to do going forward. So it went really smooth, a lot of great data gathered there, and I don't mind being that test case. It's just great. And so, here I am, not even 24 hours later. I've already been up, walked the halls yesterday. Going to hit the halls here again in a minute. I'm sitting in a chair. This is my third, fourth time to be in a chair. Taking care of myself and doing really good. So I just want to say I appreciate all your prayers. I appreciate all your concern. I got literally hundreds of messages yesterday over on Facebook, people who text my personal number, just a tremendous outpouring of love and concern for me. And I definitely, I don't deserve it, but I do appreciate it, because I certainly love each of you, and I'm pulling for you. I'm your biggest fan. If you're going through the transplant life, I'm your biggest fan, okay? I'm cheering you on. I appreciate all of you who are doing the same for me. Anyway, I'll keep you updated. Likely going to get to go home here in just a few minutes. I was supposed to stay 2 or 3 days, but things have gone so smoothly, likely going home. So just really good news overall. Again, thank you so much, people. KO, and please stay stronger, friends.